Hey everyone, it's Lisa and today is Tuesday and I thought I would do a tutorial. I didn't know quite what to call it. It's with that Sonia Kashuk palette, and if I had to say, it would be more like my Victoria's Secret makeup, where I don't use a harsh liner and I just use browns, grays, and a little bit of black and kind of bronzy skin, and that's it. Nothing too special, but if you'd like to watch, first thing as usual, Armani Master Corrector, and I'm sure you guys can see this huge bump I have on the side right here. Woo! It has been just rocking my world past 2 days. I don't know what in the world made it so angry, but it's now going away. But sorry, it's there. I would have, if I'd have thought about it, I would have concealed it before I started, but there, it won't show once my hair's down. So next is my CC cream, and I'm using the Classic or Fair, and I'm going to do it like I've been doing it like Tammy did it in her video. Before, you've always seen me take a little bit and then rub it in, take a little bit and rub it in. So what I'm doing now is just taking a little bit more, just a little, you know, right much, and rubbing it in my hands and then kind of rubbing it in my face like that. And I'm thinking, I don't know what the difference would be, but I think what you do is get all the advantages, but you just make sure it's not as heavy. Put it on like sunscreen or moisturizer. You can see how that just evens out. And then I always just go back around and make sure it's, you'll feel it and hear that it's dry. It'll have some slip to it, almost like a powdery type finish. And bring it down. We're ready now for the foundation, and I have been loving, I've got so many that I like now that it's hard to choose, but I thought I would use this just because it's a good drugstore, easy to get. You can get it at the grocery store probably. But it's the Golden Tan, and I just start off with probably 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and I like this Sedona 602 brush. It's just one of these, you know, I think like Sigmax or whatever has the same ones, but I really like this. Okay, and then I just, no real rhyme or reason, just kind of spread it out and then start, and you can see how it looks, you know, too dark and too yellow, but it ends up looking so pretty. This foundation isn't real liquidy. It's kind of thicker. And so one thing with this foundation and all of them that I've been using, I've been loving just going over my eyelids like that and all around my eyes and making sure I get that good golden tone everywhere because it's such a good base. And okay, so just make sure you've got it worked in everywhere. So you can see that those 2 pumps pretty much did my whole face. Okay, so done with the foundation, and I mean this will last all day. Between it being a long wearing foundation and then the Rachel K under it, I won't have to mess with it again. Now I will go over it real quick with the Laura Mercier just to give it some more glow. I'm just going to use natural beige. Classic beige would be too dark because I really not want to darken it. I just want to powder over it, and you'll see how it instantly gives it that. It's like you get the advantages of the liquid foundation and the mineral powder, but I'm not really having to use it for coverage. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use several different, you know, cheap products, but they're worth it. It's worth doing. Okay, this is the new Bronze 04 face powder from Laura Mercier, and I love it. Out of all the recent contour things I've gotten, the Illamasqua Hush, is that what it's called? It's not called Hush. I always want to say that. Illamasqua, I'll put the name down here. Hollow, that's what it is. And the Kevyn Aucoin powder, this just works the best for me. And it's the bronzy, but it's still a dark tone. And I thought I would use my new brush, this beautiful little brush that Olivia sent me from Canada, and it's Lise Wattier. Because with this color, I just dab it in and I want to go right here in the true contour area. And then kind of buff it up like that onto my cheekbone. So, like that. So just stay kind of in the back. Like that. Okay, and then I'll probably go ahead and take some and do around my hairline, even though it's not going to show very much. And then down the center of my nose. And then I'm going to go along my cheeks, right, or my cheeks, my chin, right here, my jawline. And kind of neaten that up a little bit. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do with that today. If I were, you know, in a real big hurry and not wanting to use several different products, I would probably just get my the tapered brush. This one, I love this brush, 138, and I would just do all over my cheeks. But I wanted to use the Laura Mercier Ritual because that's just so pretty. And here it is. And okay, for this one, I'll use that brush. And I'm gonna go right into that pink a lot. And then just go right here and then kind of go up with it. Start at the bottom. And then, you know, put the most of the bulk of the color at the bottom and then go up, and that way you'll still get that little sheen. And then I'm going to dip my brush mostly in the brown and kind of just go over everywhere else just to blend it, make everything kind of look the same, or, you know, a little bit of glow everywhere. Okay, and let's see, get a little bit more of that pink. And then just put it right at the top of your cheeks for your highlight. I always like to put on my highlight before I put on my final blush color because I would rather the highlight come from underneath the blush instead of it sitting on top, because I really don't like that look of highlight powder. You'll see what I mean. So the color I've been enjoying lately has been this Lorac Flaunt, and it's just like my exposed, sorry, losing my words, but it's the hot pink. I hope you can see. And I just take a blush brush. I'll take this Bobbi Brown blush brush and just tap it on both sides just a little bit, and then go right here real lightly on the tops of my cheeks, right to, you know, where you can see it when I'm looking forward, just right here. And then on the other side. And this blush already has so much glow to it anyway. So the three products together make the perfect cheek, I think. And now I'm going to go spray with, I think I'm just going to spray with that new Urban Decay. So I don't know if you can tell the difference, but I just sprayed pretty generously, probably about 5 or 6 sprays of the Urban Decay, that new one, the Cool Mist or something like that. And so my makeup is done, and I see I have a little hair right here. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this DermaBlend powder, the loose powder, and the girl that told me about this is a makeup artist. She's from California. She went to school there for makeup, and she works at the Lancome counter. And she is the one that told me about this powder, and she says what she does is just takes this DermaBlend and just does it right over her eyelids, and then that creates kind of a waterproof base. And then I use it, of course, down my T-zone. I said waterproof, I meant like smudge proof. Long lasting, I love already having the dark skin on my eyes instead of a real light base. I think it just, I don't know, something about the colors just look prettier against the dark skin. So by not putting on a light primer or any primer, just having it the same color as my skin, oh goodness, I see the birds going in my hanging basket, and they will make a nest by this afternoon. Let me go put my basket. I have learned the hard way that you cannot let the birds, the little finches, make nests in your hanging baskets, because they will, before you know it, in a day, make a little nest, and then they've got eggs in there, and then you cannot water your flowers. I mean, we've got plenty of other trees they can do that on. So I've learned as soon as I see them fly into my hanging baskets to go put that one down for a little bit. Okay, I am going to use this Sonia Kashuk palette. It is just beautiful, and I was thinking if I had to say what kind of look it would be kind of like a Victoria's Secret look, in that I'm going to use browns, grays, and a little bit of black, and it's going to be more of a smudgy, smoky, not even smoky, more of a smudgy, just different look than I usually do. I'm not going to do any, liquid liner or anything like that. When you look at this palette, don't start right out and put, this is something I used to do. I would take one of these light colors and put it all over my lid for my base. That, if you do that, then it's hard to get that, I don't know, that warm, sexy eye. Start off with a warm color. Like, I think the other day I started off with this color, the middle one, that's got like a pinky, tone to it. And this is a SS224. I think it's one of the original Sigma brushes. And then just kind of take that and do it all over, all the way up to the brow bone, like that. And it's kind of like after you do this, there's just no way you can mess up, because you've already got, you'll see it already accentuates my crease. And you really, you could just go with this if you wanted to in a hurry. And so where you go from here is just up to you. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that same color up underneath my eyes with a pencil brush. I'll use this one, which is the SS219. And get some more of that color and go up under my eyes right here, the whole way across. And kind of get that Another base. Signature thing of Victoria's Secret looks, what I always notice is they have a lot of white in, illuminator inside their tear duct on the inner corner. And then they have a lot up here too. This is going to be, I'm going to use this palette, and it's a much more toned down look. So don't think it's going to be too bright. Take this lightest color white and get some on your brush and go ahead and do this inside all the way over. Matter of fact, if you want this to be brighter, you might want to use like another sparkly color from another palette, or put down like NYX Milk Jumbo Pencil first or something like that. But I was just going to try to do it like I did the other day and just make it just a little bit brighter. That bird is going to another one now. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to battle. Okay, so I've got that on the inside. Now I'm going to take this next lightest color over here, the more yellowy, and I'm going to put it right here at the very tip top of my brow. So not a real blingy highlight, just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to have to go take that one down now. I think they doubled up. Now two of them are working on another basket. Took all three of them down. Okay, so you've got that little bit of highlight up here, and then a little bit in the corner, and then your just warm color all over. Okay, now is when you can just pick which color. I am going to go in with more of this chocolatey warm brown. And you want it to be not as fluffy and big and fluffy as the 224, but not really thin. You want kind of a medium fluffy brush for this next color. And this is the MAC 279. And so I'm going to put it in this color right here. And I'm going to just go right in the crease and just warm up that crease area some. And then pull it out a little bit, past your eye like that. And then a little bit more. Just do the whole crease and then pull it out. And I have to kind of work mine up a little bit. Like that. And then take a small brush or a small blender brush like this one, which is, I'm sure, a Louise Young brush. Yeah, it's one of these little, oh gosh, probably LY24. Louise Young has the best ones like this. If you can't, her brushes are now sold at Nordstrom, so you should be able to get this. But another brush that would substitute kind of would be maybe, here's another Louise Young brush that's even skinnier. another Louise Young brush. All the skinny ones. Let's see, seems like there was one. Okay, this one. The MAC 222. But still, see, it's not even as skinny on the ends. I really just love these little brushes. And I go right in one of the darkest colors, which would be this one right here, just on the tip of my brush. And then I can go right, you know, right where I need that darkest color, right here. And bring it down so that I can recess that hooding part right there. So just a little bit on the end, and then go right in that crease, and then bring it back out. And then after you've got your color in there, then you can take that beginning 224 brush and just blend it all. And I think that's the key, is just to keep on kind of layering the colors and then going back and blending. And it'll give you that gradient color right there. And looks like right here I want to bring this color out some, so I'm going to try to bring that out. Yeah, like that. Okay, now take your pencil brush, this is what I like to do, and take that gray down here and just kind of do a little bit of a wing or a triangle right there, and then bring it across and over, just to put a little bit of that cool tone down on your lid. Like that. So you can see these aren't extremely pigmented, but that's kind of good because you can't mess up it so much. And they seem to blend in well all together. It's sometimes MAC shadows and NARS and Makeup Forever, all those are so pigmented that if you're not an expert and don't know exactly what you're doing, and you know, it's easy to make a mistake. So I'm going to take that gray again and just go over the edge like that. And then I'm going to take the gray and go right here at the corner of my eye. Like that. And then I'm going to take a dot of the black. I'll show you. Just a dot of the black and the gray. And then kind of do that again, but just closer to the lash line. Like that. And let that kind of be your liner. And I like to kind of bring mine up on the edge like that. And then you can kind of work it back into the crease if you want to. And that gives you kind of a lift. Okay. And I think that's all I want to do. I'm not going to bring any more of the dark color underneath. I think that little bit of gray is all I want today. And so I think that's all I'm going to do for the shadows. I could do some more blending, but I'm scared I'm going to blend. I don't want to take too much of this dark color up, and I don't want it to be so blended that there isn't any separation. I think I'm just going to leave it just like this, and I'm going to do my eyebrows. For brows, I have been loving this pencil that Sanny, I'll put her YouTube channel down below. She's the one that sent this to me from Paris, and I have not really researched it to see if we can get it here in the US, but I haven't seen it here. But I'll look. It's called the L'Oreal Eye Designer in Taupe, and I believe it is meant to be it says line and smudger pencil, but it is a very good color for brows. And I think she might have even sent this to me for a lip liner, kind of like stone. So I think you can just do whatever you want with these pencils. I don't think we have to use them. I've heard of somebody else using stone as an eyebrow pencil. Somebody told me that before, so that might be a good alternative too. So I'm just going to brush my brows with this Lise Wattier pencil. And for this kind of look, you don't want real strong dominant brows. That's not, you want to go for more of a, the Victoria's Secret girls, they always have pretty bushy, I hate to say bushy, but they're not real precise brows. They're real natural looking. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so I'm just going to fill in this little front part up here just gently, like that. And then I'm going to bring it up just a little bit, like I usually do, to try to match that other one, like that. And then fill in this little part, like that. Go up and then just kind of clean it up a little bit, make them more even. And the front part is the main thing. I've noticed if I don't fill in that front part, it looks kind of weird. And then just brush them out. And a lot of days I have not even been putting brow gel or anything on them, but today I will, just because I love this brow gel. I think you should try it. It's the Anastasia. This is the clear one. I'm just going to put a light coat just to keep them. That's my brows, and they might look a little dominant now, but you got to think my bangs are going to be down, and I don't have my lashes or the rest of my eyeliner and stuff on. Okay, going to eyeliner. You can go without eyeliner. You can do whatever you want, but I'm going to go in with this Phone Number by MAC, and it's kind of like a dark gray, and I'm going to just go just a little bit along the lashes, and then I'm going to wing it up just a little bit because I can't help myself. Just like that, not a lot, just to kind of go with the shadow, but nothing compared to what I usually would do. And you can even smudge that out a little bit if you want, but I'm just going to leave it like it is. It's already kind of smudgy. And then this is a good liner for your waterline too, because it's not so dark. So I'm going to go right here in my waterline. And there we go. And I'm just going to squeeze my eyes together and hope some gets at the top, because sometimes that irritates my eyes, so I don't always do the top. But I do think some transfers up there after, if you'll squeeze your eyes together after you put on the bottom, it seems like it gets up there a little bit. Okay, for lashes, I thought about doing no lashes, which lashes was I going to do, and I thought I would try to put on, keyword try, these MAC 43s. Here they are. They're so pretty, but as you can tell, they are very thin and very straight across. So I'm going to put the glue, the Duo Dark, on and hope for the best that I can get them on my lashes. But I thought I would just try something different. And the self-adhesive have such a strong black band that if you're not wearing a strong black liner, sometimes it takes away the softness of the look. These go right into your lashes. But I'm still not going to put my mascara on first, because if I do, I cannot get the lashes in there. My lashes just automatically will curl up, and I can't get these to blend down into them. So it's just easier for me, but if it's easier for you to put the mascara on first, then these you want to make sure you let it get very tacky. Let them sit there for just a second. And so my lips, I'm going to do something different, and I hope that it turns out like it did the other day. But I'm going to use this Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick, and I can't wait to get another color. I want to get one of the nudes, but this is the one I had waited for in Patina. And let's see, I'm going to put my lashes on first though. I'm scared that I'll let them dry too much. Okay, so if I had to say, I would say this is the right one. I would say this goes on the outside. So I'm going to bend it and try to get it more of the shape of my eye, and then take my tweezers, grip it in the middle, and then I'm going to try to just tilt it up so that this is going right down into your lashes. And so I felt it go in there. I'm going to try to take this inside piece and stick it. Okay, I just felt it. And then I'm going to hold this down while I take the outside and stick it right there. And then kind of bend it and press it in with my fingers. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to go in. Ugh. Grabbed it at the sticky part. Okay. Put them in. Okay, put that first part in. And then put this down, and then I just try to press them in there. Hold them for just a second. Okay, and I am going to let these babies dry for a few minutes before I mess with them. Okay, so let's do the lips. Okay, this stuff, woo, I, for the first time, put it on before I went to church the other day, and I pulled it out. And luckily, I remembered somebody saying that you really need to wipe off the excess, and that is a must. So wipe it off, and then take your wand and use it as a lip liner first, and go right on the very edge of your lip, like this. And take it as far to the edge as you can. Like, I'm going to take it all the way over like that. Okay, I'm going to get just a little bit more. And then I'm going to go right on the edge of that bottom too. It reminds me, the texture reminds me of those Chanel ones that are the double-ended that come with the clear gloss, but this doesn't come with the clear gloss. This is just the color. But it's kind of dry like those. So you can see I go all the way to the edge, and then I'm going to take what's left and just fill it in. And it's the kind you're really not supposed to rub together. I think you're supposed to let it just dry. Okay, now as soon as I put this color on, I thought, oh my gosh, my mom's getting this one. It's too dark for me, because it is too dark for me. It's too dark and too matte. It's just too, like, almost gothic looking for me. But I left it on for a few minutes, and then I took it off and put a light gloss. I think I used a Trish McEvoy. I'll try to go find it and put that on. And then by the end of the day, my lips looked so pretty because this had stained them. So I'm hoping that's going to work. But right now I'm going to put on some mascara. And I just tried this one yesterday. I actually wore this on my just plain lashes. I've been watching Monica Blunder, and she is a celebrity makeup artist. She is actually Rosie Huntington-Whiteley's makeup artist, and a lot of other celebrities. And I didn't know she was here on YouTube until Vicky, the Beauty GPS, told me. She sent me a text. She said, you need to go follow, or follow her on Instagram and look at her videos. And she is so sweet. You guys are going to love her. I'm going to put her link down below, and she just did a rosy look. It was not a classic rosy look. It was more of a, I think, at some ball, Monsters Ball or something like that, something I'm not privy to. And but she likes this mascara, so I grabbed it, and I used it yesterday, and I really liked it. It is the Fosse's Volume Express, and I got the flared. I'm not sure if that's the exact one she used, but I'm going to do my lashes and try to pair them up with these false lashes I have on. Just get up underneath and pull out the sides. And basically just make sure my lashes are dark and not sticking out. Do a little bit at the bottom, not a whole lot, but just a little bit. Okay, like that. You just want a little bit on the bottom just to add to that. I took my hair down, and this is the Trish McEvoy Irresistible little pen thing. Gosh, I've been messed up all morning. The Oklahoma thing has kind of shook me up. And I'm not going to talk about it because it's terrible. Okay, go ahead and get some out. It's a beautiful nude. And then just go up to the edge. Like that. Okay. But it stains your lips and it keeps your lip line real full and pretty. It was just gorgeous. I was hoping you would be able to see it, you know, better when I just took it off, but it's going to do that. And so the last thing is my Maybelline concealer. Looks like it's gotten messed up last time I put the cap on, but I'm going to put a few dots right in this darkness and just keep it right down there. Don't put it up on the puffy, just keep it down here underneath just to conceal. And I really like this Maybelline, it is good. There you go. So let me back up and I'll do an outfit of the day too. Actually, this is a little tank top I picked up yesterday at Marshall's. My Marshall's has no James purse. I know a lot of you have found this, but I cannot find them. But this is the Cynthia Rowley, and it's a pretty nice tank. It has like the seam down the back and everything, and they were $7.99. And then I just have on one of these maxi skirts with the rollover and something real simple. I'm wearing the shoes. Sam Edelman GG sandals, and they're in the rose gold. For accessories, I have on this little rose gold Sheila Fajal necklace, and I have not worn this yet, and I haven't put it on my website, but I will this afternoon. And I've got a few of these. I'm not sure how many, probably 2 or 3. And then I have on my Sheila Fajal rose gold earrings to go with it. And no other accessories, because I think I might go get my nails done. I know I need to go get my toenails done. And so I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was nothing special, but I just thought we'd have fun talking, me and my birds. So I hope you have a great day, and I will see you real soon. Bye-bye.